family?
What up, though?
What up, though? It's been a while.
Oh.
What's happened?
We can't. It's hard being.
Corona happened.
It's just hard.
Life happened.
Life.
But welcome to
The Ramsay Review. Like, guys, can we first personally apologize to people?
No. I'm not saying sorry. All right, say sorry.
All right,
do what you're going to do.
Because, you got to be humble in these streets.
Right,
That's the
we
problem.
humble ourselves.
Pride.
We're sorry.
Pride comes
for
before
not giving you dope content. That's what we're sorry for.
We are so sorry. And I know people have been sending us stuff. Can you review this? Can you review that? But really, life just kind of happened. Things just started to
Hey, we're in a global
move.
pandemic.
We
Be
are
easy on yourself.
Coronavirus. It's true. But, we want to say sorry.
We're here.
We're back,
And
baby.
we're going to try to be a lot more regular.
Now, listen. If it was up to me.
So here we go. She's going to try throw me under the bus. You can do what you want to do. You can review.
But then it wouldn't be.
You're a Ramsay. Do your review. Since you want to throw me under the bus. I think what's been happening, she's been watching too much violence, and this is what we want to talk about today. We are talking about we're reviewing one series and a film.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of bloodshed in both of them.
Yeah. What do you want to do? I almost want to do the film first.
All right, let's do the film first.
Because the series.
Okay, let's talk about the film first.
So the film that we're going to be reviewing is Extraction.
Extraction.
Now, Extraction has someone that I enjoy watching, Chris Hemsworth.
You better know if you enjoy him.
It is Chris,
or is
right?
it just you enjoy to look at him?
I love
Thor. You don't
Thor.
even know his name. Okay, so you're gonna call him Thor. Thor is in a new movie.
His name is Chris Hemsworth. I know his name.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, Thor is probably for Marvel, one of my favorite characters. And from that, I've watched everything. I even watched Men in Black, the last one, and it wasn't great, but I watched it because he was in it. So I enjoy his acting.
Okay, that's good. So this new film is Extraction. It was released, I believe last week, or this week.
No, this week.
This week, released this week on Netflix.
Yes.
So it's a Netflix original movie.
Yeah.
As you know, they've thrown their hat in the game and they've been producing movies for a while. And for me, Netflix, I haven't seen one of their films break past the particular levels. And so I know a lot of people are saying that this film is going to do it. So let's hear your thoughts about the film. What was it about?
So this film was basically what it says. It was about an extraction that was supposed to happen, and I think it was the typical storyline. Tainted past, situation, and now coming into the place where he now has to be this savior. Now the funniest thing is when we saw it posted on social media, my husband.
Give a bit of background about the story. A young boy gets kidnapped. And Chris, Thor, without the Avengers, is told that he has to... he gets the job, he takes the job.
Yes.
To go and rescue this young boy. So it's almost like an impossible extraction.
Yeah. Because he has to get him from one place to another. And
he has some crazy skills. He has some
his skill... remember when Liam Nielsen, when the people called him and he said, I have a specific set of skills. Yeah.
What I do have.
He has a specific set of skills.
He had about 5 bags of skills.
Skills I've acquired over a very long career.
We saw the social media trailer.
Yes.
And I said to my wife, da, in terms of what the plot was. And it turns out I was exactly right.
He was exactly right. So we're not going to tell you what he said. So we're not going to say
what that was.
But I
was right.
100%. It was like he was a prophet.
So let's talk about what was good about the movie.
Oh, the violence. I'm so sorry.
He was truly gifted.
He was gifted.
Killing. And there was another character that was
also good at murking.
Ably skilled. So the action, I think, was high level, top tier.
The action actually took it to the place where it was an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, because just, to see, he took care of business.
He took care of business.
And he did it well.
Wow.
But it's the same thing with most things. You can have a lot of action, but if the storyline is not all there, then the movie can't really fly.
Yeah.
And so it was enjoyable.
It was enjoyable. Like if you are at home and you're just chilling and you know, you're kind of like, oh, actually, I want to watch something. I want to watch a good action, beat 'em up.
You could do far worse.
You could do a lot worse. But you'll be entertained.
Yeah, but I think it's the acting, it's the storyline and the acting that draws you into the film.
Yeah.
That draws you into a really good film.
Yes.
And for us, we weren't that drawn in.
No.
We were interested in the action. We did want, the outcome to go well, but it was like,
Yeah, it was a
young kid, his acting was okay. It was not the best.
No. And I just feel like this, I feel like the storyline lacked depth. It lacked the history behind certain things.
Right.
So, like, let me say this. One of the things that I look for in films is, can I care about a character? Like, can a character actually make me be like, actually, I want the best for you, or actually, I want you gone. And I didn't really care about the kid. I didn't care about the bad guys. I only cared about Chris.
She only cared about Thor. She only cared about Thor. That's the honest truth. But it was pretty good.
Cool. How many R's?
I'll give it, out of 5 R's. R's. I'll give it 3. 3 R's.
You know what? I'll agree with you.
For the action.
For the action. Because there was moments that it made me look up from my phone.
Listen.
No.
We're not going to talk about that today. But maybe we'll talk about
it. Made me look up
the new ways people. My wife.
No.
Watches
okay.
Movies. No. Let's not go there.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Because time is limited. Okay.
So for me and my husband, Extraction gets 3 R's.
3 R's. Okay, so now let's talk about this landmark, big boy, British, English series.
I almost feel like we need to do a separate one for this, because
given to us, blessed our palate.
Blessed my palate.
It's a series called Gangs of London.
I want to stand up and I want to applaud. I actually want to give a standing ovation.
This series, of course, looks at upper echelon gang life in London.
Yes.
I don't know how realistic it is. Some people say, "Oh, this is how it is in the street." I'm not so sure.
I don't know, but if it is, okay.
But at the same time, I think the setup was done well. The story was done well.
Yeah.
Our boy Shaquille is
featuring. Yes.
Enjoyed his episode.
Yes,
He's
his
in
episode.
it.
Yeah.
And so of course we got to give it props even just for that.
Yeah. For that, obviously, we were kind of like, we were behind it.
We're behind it.
But when we watch it, the young boy, the main character's name, the
Joe Cole,
and then Chope is his name. Sofe. Sorry, I'm sorry, I chopped up your name.
Yeah.
Sofe.
Who plays Elliot? He plays a character called Elliot, and I think he's going places. He's got a good trajectory ahead of him. But from the first episode is like a feature episode. It's like 1.5 hours.
Yeah, which I love.
Which was amazing.
Gave us, we got to understand what was going on. So automatically you were drawn into, who do I like? Who don't I like? Who do I want to be behind?
You're dropped into the depths of this underworld of crime, but also business and it was very multicultural and family
and the dynamics of family.
Yeah.
It was Gareth Evans, who is the main guy behind it. Excellent job. Like,
he directed The Raid.
It was he directed The Raid.
Right. So he's very well versed in action. And he did a good job. But there were guest directors as well.
Yes, there were guest directors.
Guest writers as well.
Yeah, that's very true.
And so each episode had a different slant to it.
Yeah.
Some I enjoyed more than others.
Yeah.
But I have to say this. There was an episode in there.
I think it was number 5.
Episode 5. That, when you think of
pure genius.
Top episodes, like
pure genius.
There's the episode in Breaking Bad where it's like that's a 10 out of 10 episode.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some other shows. For me, there's an episode in The Wire. Like, that's the direction, the action, the storytelling, all comes together.
The nuances. This is the thing about, let me say this for anybody who's up and coming in film producing or directing or writing. Nuances give your piece the ability to speak louder than your words do. There were nuances in the whole of Gangs of London, but in episode number 5, there were some nuances that it was like it was brilliant. It was amazing
to build the tension that way.
Oh, it was beautiful.
But it was a good series overall. I definitely say it was a really good series.
Yeah.
The ending was, a different ending.
It was different. And I think that's what I like. Like, I was talking to Shaq, and when we were talking, it was very much like he was like, he likes the ending, but he doesn't like the ending. And I said, I think that's why I like the ending, because they didn't end it in the way we would have expected,
right?
At all. So I think I loved it.
Maybe there's a season 2. There's more they can tell. My only worry is like they haven't written themselves into a corner in how they've done it.
Yeah,
because it started one way, and I think you want to maintain the elements of the gangs.
I hear you.
But
I think that we're missing, and I think one of the things, let me say what I think, and if obviously I'm not a director yet. I think one of the things that I was looking at is that there are characters that we have forgotten about because they may not have been as in your face, that I feel what they can do is actually birth something new,
tell their stories,
and tell the story in a way that we like. Whoa, where did that come from? We didn't even expect that from you. So Gareth, if you're listening, if you need someone,
bring us in.
Let me know.
We'll do some writing.
We got you.
But yeah, so we enjoyed Gangs of London.
Loved Gangs
Very
of
violent.
London.
Ultra.
Okay. So for our believers out there, I'm going to be real talking with you. Our palate is not the average Christian palate.
You don't know what's the average Christian. Let's not say that.
Okay, let's not say that.
It's just some Christians like action.
Some Christians like action. Some Christians like action without the blood and the gore and the intensity. Now listen, this one this is real talk. This one, if you're not about that life, don't even bother with it.
Yeah. If you don't like to see fingernails getting pulled off.
Oh wow. If you don't like to see,
shut my eyes.
If you don't like to see people like just
so there was some torture scenes there. Basically, Extraction and Gangs of London is not for kids at all. Okay, it's adult viewing, and even then, there is some you're gonna see guts. You're gonna see guts in all their glory. I don't know why that makes me feel so. You're gonna see people get dispatched off this mortal coil to meet their maker in various and creative ways.
Like, that's one thing that Gangs of London did. Gangs of London gave you creative ways. Like, whoa, like who's even thinking of doing that to someone?
Slightly twisted, bro.
A bit. But I was entertained.
We were entertained.
Thoroughly.
It was like Gladiator. Are you entertained? We were entertained. So, how many R's for Gangs of London?
They get 10.
5. Remember, 5 R's.
That's what I'm saying. They get the 5 plus 5.
You giving them the 10 R's?
I'm giving them the 10 R's.
Okay.
I feel like I haven't had a series recently that's been able to capture me the way it did.
Okay, so you give them 10 R's out of 5, so they've already exceeded everything. So I'm going to give them 4 R's out of 5. Yeah?
What?
Yeah.
What? 4?
Just a couple episodes past 5 where I think it kind of just tailed off. For me,
okay,
tailed off. The level of writing wasn't as high as the previous. It didn't have me as drawn in as the previous ones.
Okay,
and then it brought it back towards the end. Okay, so that's why
I think I know what episode. I'm not going to
give it perfection. It should be hard to get perfection from us. But if you want to just throw it out there.
No, because you know what? You know why
Yeah.
I give it to it? Because my thing is this. I think in the day and age that we're living in, people are just throwing out whatever they can.
Okay.
And I feel like Gangs of London actually did something. Now, listen, hear me when I say this. Breaking Bad for me is still upper echelons of TV. If you haven't watched it, please go do. But I feel like since then, since Banshee, since those kind of, we haven't had stuff.
Well,
like what?
yeah.
Like,
well,
I mean,
I watch certain shows. And
yeah, but
that
okay,
level.
but no,
So
no,
that's
I
something
hear
for
that.
you.
No,
So
I
that's what I'm
hear
saying.
that.
Your thing will stand
Yeah,
for you.
for me.
Well, I'm gonna say 4 R's, which is very high and very good.
Well, I still say 5 plus 5.
She says
so
5 plus 5.
I enjoy.
All right,
myself.
so those are the 2 we review
Yes.
this week. So Extraction, check it out. Gangs of London, check it out if you can. And enjoy in this quarantine season.
Yes.
All right,
We'll be back. I don't know what else is
Ramsay
coming
review.
out.
We'll see what's next.
Yeah.
We may review some older stuff that we haven't spoken about yet, but we've watched.
Yeah.
But do what's right, which is like and subscribe, put on your notifications so it lets you know when we've posted a video.
Because we promise we'll be better.
We're gonna be regular.
We're gonna be regular.
You don't want people bombarding you every day, right?
Exactly.
Right?
Aren't you bored of everybody just always in your, like, we're just trying to give you a breather.
Just a breather, but we're back now.
We're back, baby.
We're back now. All right. Well, this has been the Ramsay Review.
We love you.
Tim.
I'm Adjua.
And we'll see you soon. Peace.
Peace.